Now, after Congress's Rahul Gandhi attacked the centre when it came to democracy, the BJP has hit back at him, saying that Rahul is peddling lies and his own grandmother imposed the emergency in India. Now, remember, when it comes to the statements that Rahul Gandhi made at Cambridge, specifically when it comes to democracy, what Rahul had said is that Indian democracy is under pressure, under attack. We're facing an attack on the basic structure of Indian democracy. And he also made a reference to the Constitution as well and how that basic structure is not being followed. We're crossing over to CNN News 18 senior editor Pallavi Ghosh. Pallavi, can you tell us more about how the BJP has responded to Rahul Gandhi?
Well, the BJP's reaction is essentially on 2 points. One is that even as the important summits and India's standing globally has gone up, you have Rahul Gandhi and going abroad and he's bashing our country. And this also at a time when the Congress party has completely been smashed out of the recent electoral results. But the second thing is, if you listen to a thread of Rahul Gandhi's speech at Cambridge, he makes this relentless attack on the government and making the point that, when we are not allowed to communicate, opposition leaders face charges against them. There are multiple criminally liable cases against me. That's what Rahul Gandhi said. Pegasus or snooping takes place on the opposition leaders. In fact, he put up pictures of opposition leaders outside the parliament, within the premises, making the point that we are forced to protest outside the Mahatma Gandhi statue because inside our voices are drowned or muffled and muzzled by the government. The response which then comes in from the BJP is that you just have to step back in history. It was your grandmother, Indira Gandhi, who had imposed emergency in 1977, which had actually taken away the civil liberties, not just of the media, but of other politicians, anyone who was even questioning her government. So therefore, today for Rahul Gandhi to sit at Cambridge and attack the government and accusing it of fascism is completely a denial of history.
Now, while we are also focusing on the centre's response and what Rahul Gandhi had said, do we have any information on how the students responded to what Rahul Gandhi had said while he was delivering that lecture? Pallavi, are you with us? All right, we'll try to reestablish that connection. But for right now, again, the BJP has issued a strong statement. This is a tweet from BJP spokesperson Shehzad Poonawalla, who has said that the entitled Dinist is a serial offender. His hatred for one person transcends into hatred for the country time and again. The Supreme Court has given a verdict, yet he peddles lies on it. Listen in to what Rahul Gandhi had said at Cambridge.
Indian democracy is under pressure, is under attack. We are facing an attack on the basic structure of Indian democracy. Large number of politicians have Pegasus on their phone. I've been called by intelligence officers who tell me, listen, please be careful what you're saying on the phone because we are sort of recording this stuff. So this is a constant pressure that we feel. And you've also heard of the attack on minorities, the attack on the press. So you get a sense of what is going on.
All right, now we're crossing back over to CNN News 18 senior editor Pallavi Ghosh to get us more on this. Pallavi, when it comes to the responses that this has gotten right now, so far we've only had the BJP respond. Do we know if any other party has responded yet?
Well, no other party has responded yet, and I don't think any other opposition party is going to be responding to it at this point of time. It's largely going to be a game between the BJP and the Congress party. But we have been seeing one BJP reaction after another, relentlessly attacking Rahul Gandhi on multiple points, trying to show him the mirror by saying in 1977, emergency was imposed by his own grandmother, which he doesn't make a reference to. Second, on a foreign soil, bashing the country, even as the G20 summit is going on. How fair is that? And third, of course, is that politically speaking, the attack coming on him is that you may talk about the Bharat Jodo Yatra, you may want to attack the BJP, but as far as elections go, the people have voted for the BJP. And this is really shameful if Rahul Gandhi is going to be making these kind of comments in Cambridge.
All right, Pallavi, do stay with us. We're also being joined by Mr. Amit Malviya of the BJP. Mr. Malviya, thank you so much for speaking to CNN News 18. Please give us your first reaction to what Rahul Gandhi has said at Cambridge.
Well, I pity Rahul Gandhi and his understanding of what is happening back home. On a day he was ranting away in Cambridge about minorities being inferior citizens here in India. Two minority-dominated states, Meghalaya and Nagaland, have voted overwhelmingly in favor of the BJP-led alliance. The Congress has been decimated completely. They've drawn a blank in Nagaland. Therefore, for Rahul Gandhi to make these assertions, he must also understand that the reality is completely different. And people of this country are watching it. What is it that he wants to achieve by going abroad and making these kind of flippant, sweeping statements? If India is such a horrible country as Rahul Gandhi is making it out to be in United Kingdom, I want to ask the Congress party, do they not realize that the foreign minister of United Kingdom is here in India at the moment? There are 20 foreign ministers across the world who are here in India. If India was such a horrible place, what are these gentlemen and women doing here? Clearly, Prime Minister Modi has put India on a pedestal. India is looking stronger, much better as far as international standing goes, as far as domestic politics goes. Just because you continue to lose, you have lost support of the people, that doesn't mean you berate every institution of this country. He spoke about Pegasus. Now, the Supreme Court appointed committee looked into the matter threadbare. They found no element of wrongdoing or allegations that were being leveled to be of any merit. If Rahul Gandhi thinks that his phone has Pegasus, he should have handed over his phone to the forensic institutions for an investigation. He did not do so. And now to go and say that, he is being surveyed or he's on surveillance, I think is very immature of somebody like Rahul Gandhi. After all, he's been the Congress president and he's somebody the Congress spins around. And therefore, for somebody to make such comments on our institutions, on our processes, on everything that defines India, including our Supreme Court and our processes, I think does not behove well of Rahul Gandhi. If he's so unsure about the people of this country, he's so unsure about the institutions, he's so unsure about our processes, then why is he even here? That is the question that must be asked of him.
Now, do you think he's misusing his platform?
Well, there is nothing that Rahul Gandhi can misuse. The fact is that he doesn't even know most of the time that the ground is slipping under him. Imagine the irony for a man to stand up and say the minorities are inferior citizens in India when two minority-dominated states have voted for the BJP and its allies. So he's devoid of truth. He's far, far away from reality of life. He's an entitled dynast who believes that it is his birthright to lead the country, but it's not happening. I mean, he must realize that he even could not retain his family bastion of Amethi and had to flee to Wayanad. So that's how irrelevant the Gandhis are becoming. I mean, if they do not realize it and if they're not willing to accept the fact, well, time will ensure that they do.
Now, what do you seek from Rahul Gandhi? What will your party seek? Will you seek an apology? Will your party also be staging protests in response to these remarks that Rahul Gandhi has made? What is the action that your party will be taking?
I mean, for us to do any of these things, we should be taking Rahul Gandhi very seriously. The fact is that every time he speaks, he ends up leaving no one in doubt that he has no idea about what he speaks. So, I mean, the only difference is that when he goes on a foreign soil and he makes these kind of disparaging statements, it not just reflects on the country, but it also reflects on his state of mind and his overall commitment to the country.
All right, Mr. Malviya, thank you so much for speaking to CNN News 18 and for giving us your perspective on what Rahul Gandhi said while he was at Cambridge. Now, we're crossing back over to CNN News 18.